What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua says this about Tyson Fury. He says that Tyson Fury deserves all the praise that he's getting. But it's funny when you start talking about his popularity. He says that he couldn't have filled 90K stadiums. If he would have done that, he would have done that already. He's never had the ability to do that until he fights me. Ooh. Now I know we're gonna get a lot of criticism for this. I know Joshua will, but is Joshua actually telling the truth or not? And I believe he is. If you looked at Tyson Fury in England, or in the UK, should I say, he really hasn't been able to fill those type of capacity stadiums. He's not a Carl Froch. He's not an Anthony Joshua. He didn't get to that type of recognition. See, understand, Tyson Fury's whole niche is being who he was, a fighting man, a fighting gypsy. He got his recognition from beating Vladimir Klitschko, but where did he do it? He did it in Germany. Okay, he didn't do it in the UK. He didn't get that recognition, that love that he, like Anthony Joshua and Carl Froch got in Germany. Those were the front-running UK British guys. Okay, those guys were getting those type of accolades. Whereas Tyson Fury did his type of stuff. It's like when he started to get recognition, or when he could have had the possibility to fill 90K stadiums, he fell from grace. That's when everything, the mental illness and stuff like that, started kicking in with him, and everything started falling apart, and he started, to lose all that, and he was no longer champion, and then he retired. So I think the break is what stopped him from really getting that popular, because if everything would have went the way it should have went with Tyson Fury should have fought Vladimir Klitschko either on some cruise ship or back in Germany or something else. Then he would have got that recognition. Okay? Now, as far as Joshua's concerned, he didn't have to go anywhere to do anything for anybody. Right? He's always had it. And I think other fighters like Tyson Fury, like Lennox Lewis, especially Lennox Lewis, I might add, I think they envy Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua didn't have to go somewhere else. He didn't have to go to a foreign land to make that type of recognition, or to do something and then come back. Okay? So it's one of those things where you have Tyson Fury now getting that type of opportunity, but it's because of who he's fighting. Now, Anthony Joshua bringing that up, I know he's bringing that up because he wants people to understand that he was the one that was doing that first. He was the one that has been fighting half the time, but he is the one that already did what Tyson Fury couldn't do. So he needs him to gain that type of popularity. Now, this is the big thing. Let's compare it to what he started to do over here in the States. Tyson Fury himself, when he actually fought on ESPN, because that's who he's still under contract with, Frank Warren, co-promoted by Bob Arum. Those, even over here, even when he had that draw with Deontay Wilder, which Deontay Wilder was a struggling fighter over here for popularity's sake, even when he signed that contract, he wasn't getting those type of sales even here. Okay, and he never attempted to do that, and they were piss poor over here. The sales were all down. The Otto Vailene fight, the sales were very low. The Tom Swartz fight, those were very low. And in fact, they were so low that Deontay Wilder himself started blaming Tyson Fury. Hey, you need to fight me, and the reason you signed that contract was because they thought you were going to fight me again. Well, guess what? He did fight Deontay Wilder and beat Deontay Wilder. So the question is now, how will the UK fans really support Tyson Fury now? I know that he's gained a lot of supporters, though. So despite what Tyson Fury used to do, or couldn't do in the past, What can he do now? But does that really matter if he's fighting Anthony Joshua anyway, because this is a British showdown and he'll probably do over 90,000? That's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think of Anthony Joshua's statement in comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys, please vote on who is the most popular heavyweight now. I just created a poll on my community. So check that out. Get back with me and we'll do a Q&A to follow up. Until then, you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.